The power of small wins, how tiny habits can lead to massive success. What if I told you that big gestures and drastic overnight transformations aren't the key to your success? That the little, nearly imperceptible things you do every day are the secret to enormous achievement rather than the huge moments? We're going to reveal the key to the power of little victories and how little routines may produce amazing outcomes today. It's simple to undervalue the silent power of modest, regular acts in a society that is fixated on quick fixes and instantaneous success. The reality is that small victories over time form the basis of real, long-term success. Consider it. Every successful person you look up to accomplished something tiny every day, not one big item at a time. The worst part is that those little victories, when added together over time, will produce outcomes that are much bigger than you could have ever dreamed. It's time to put less emphasis on major breakthroughs and more emphasis on small successes if you're searching for the key to reaching your goals and improving yourself. Let's explore how minor victories can have a profound impact on your life. Part 1, the 1% Rule, Little Steps, Huge Impacts. The 1% rule is certainly familiar to you, but let's take a closer look. It's the notion that if you make even 1% progress each day, those little gains will add up and eventually result in significant change. Sounds easy, doesn't it? For that reason, it is. Consider yourself improving by 1% each day at something. 1% may not seem like much, but at the end of the year, you may see a 37-time improvement when you compound it by 365 days. And little victories work like that. They may not seem like much at first, but they eventually result in massive, permanent growth. Suppose you'd like to get in shape. After a single session, you might not see any noticeable differences, but if you consistently come up and push yourself a little harder, those modest changes will add up over the course of weeks and months. You'll go from finding it difficult to jog for 5 minutes to running for 30 minutes without exerting yourself. Part 2, the power of little victories. However, what makes minor victories so potent? When huge ambitions don't always work, why do they? Small victories are so powerful because they create momentum. Imagine it sliding down a hill like a snowball. It's little and barely perceptible at first, but as it gathers speed, it becomes larger, faster, and more difficult to stop. Small victories like that help you gain momentum in your life, which makes it simpler to get to the next one. You also get confidence from small victories. Every small victory strengthens your belief that you can accomplish your objectives. Even though you may believe that these little things are insignificant, your brain records and encourages every accomplishment, no matter how minor. This encouraging feedback creates a vicious circle of growth and production. Part 3, how to begin including little victories in your life. So, how can you begin using little victories to create your own route to success? Let's dissect it. 1. Begin by setting micro goals. Separate your big, far-off goals into smaller, more manageable ones to avoid being overwhelmed. For instance, don't worry about finishing your book today if that's your aim. Rather, make a daily commitment to write 100 words. That's doable, and each time you reach that goal, you've won. 2. Appreciate the little victories. No matter how minor a victory may appear, take a minute to celebrate it. Perhaps you wrote a dreaded email, meditated for 5 minutes, or got up early. Honor it. Acknowledging these minor triumphs will encourage you to keep going. 3. Prioritize consistency above perfection. It's important to accomplish things consistently rather than flawlessly. An occasional flawless action is significantly less effective than a tiny, flawed one. Continue to be present, even if it's only for a short while each day. Part 4. The impact of minor victories over time. Let's now discuss how these minor victories will affect things in the long run. Most individuals quit too quickly because they don't see results right away, but believe me when I say that if you persevere, those small behaviors will create a foundation that will help you succeed. Consider a financial saving habit. By the end of the year, you will have $365 if you save just $1 per day. Even if it's a modest sum, the habit fosters a financial discipline mentality that can lead to more substantial wealth-building behaviors. The discipline and the mental change that occurs when you begin taking little steps on a regular basis are more important than the $1. Or consider that you're picking up a new talent, like playing the guitar. It may not seem like much, but after a few months you will be able to perform tunes you never thought you could. Small victories have the ability to transform you from a beginner to someone who advances daily. Final thought. The reality is that success isn't about sometimes accomplishing great things. It all comes down to being present on a regular basis and doing little things that build into something far greater than you could have ever imagined. Your life, your perspective, and your behaviors can all be changed by small victories. They are also the go-to tool for prosperous people who understand that the little, steady actions we perform each day are where the true magic happens. Therefore, start small if you want to transform your life. Begin now. And observe how, over time, those small victories grow into enormous success. What minor victory are you planning to commemorate today? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and remember to subscribe for more transformative advice. Until next time.